Hi guys, it has been a while. So, what we're going to be doing today is I'm having a shoot around Pennsylvania Hotel, Lekki, and in this video we're going to be trying out this Sony Alpha A6400. Now, normal for most of my shoots, what we normally use is like the A7 III, Canon M50. I've used Canon 5D Mark II, I've used Canon 6D. But then what I'm just going to be doing, I'm going to be reviewing different cameras that I use for different shoots. This is actually going to help you know the kind of camera to choose depending on what you want to go for. In this video, I'm actually going to be seeing if you can use the Sony Alpha A6400 in 2024. And I also have a wide lens here with it's a manual lens actually. So everything, you have to be the one to adjust everything yourself. You can see that the f-stop and the range itself, so you have to be the one to adjust it yourself. Okay, we're going to see if it is actually worth it. Okay, but from what I've seen so far, I won't say anything yet, but when we test it out on the shoot and we check every single thing that it has, then I'll let you know if this is worth buying in 2024. The Sony Alpha A6400 comes with a kit lens of 3.5 to 5.6, that's the focal length. Then the range is 16 to 50 mm, that's the kit lens, so optical steady shot included. And what I have here is a Sigma lens. So from what you can see here, it is a manual lens, you can see. So this is what we're going to be using, and I'm going to let you know if this is actually good, if it is worth buying, and I'm going to show you the results, the pictures, and I'll use it for video just to allow us see what it can do. But then I'll also be shooting on 14 Pro Max. Then I'll be letting you know about the other features, which is like cinematic, the advantage when you're shooting on low light, and the rest are like that. Action mode, cinematic mode, I'm going to let you know whether it is worth it or not. Or aside that, I'm going to let you know how I'm going to use it. Okay, so this is the Sony A6400. To switch it on, you just dial that in to switch it on. That's what you have right here, this switch. This is how you switch it on. So all I have here is a wide lens. This is like a 20 mm lens, but then it's a manual lens. So now if you wanted to adjust the focal length with this, it's no more available. You can see it is in focus. The F here is in focus, like it is highlighted, but then it is not available because it is a manual lens. So if you want to adjust the f-stop, this is what we are going to dial to adjust the f-stop. We are going to dial this in. So I'm just going to take a video while I dial in the f-stop. So you can see as I'm snapping, you can see I'm dialing in the f-stop. So now I'm on 11, now I'm on 16, now I'm on 22. So if I dial it back, you can see it's becoming lighter. So that is how the f-stop work in this particular case. You can see, so it is manual. And then for this now, you can see legend over there. Now, to adjust the focus level or the depth of field, you have to work with this, okay? You can see that at some points it's going to be blurred. Let me take it in. At some points it's going to be blurred. So when you have a blurry footage like this now that we have here, you have to dial it back until it is in focus. So once it is in focus, you know that yes, you are good to go. So this is how you get wide shot, and you can still also have to control the ISO. What you press is this. What you press is this ISO button. When you're here, ISO, then you just take it up, you take it down to adjust the ISO. So we're using 125 or 125 because it's a bit brighter now. And if you wanted to adjust the shutter speed, what we're going to do is dial this. So this is it. So for the shutter speed, okay. So like I've explained in my previous video, this controls the motion blur, and this guy is for the depth of field. So I believe we are good. That's like the basic thing that you need to know in the Sony Alpha A6400. And I've also used the kit lens. It's okay if you don't want to be stressing yourself adjusting the depth of field, doing manual of this, it's just automatic, so it's just straightforward. So that is how you use the Sony A6400. To go back, to just check your pictures, you click on the preview button, then just dial it back. Just dial it back. That's to checking your picture. This is the viewfinder. So I want the video to be on RAW. I want the color profile to be on RAW, but at the same time, I don't want it to be on ITU 90. I want it to be on S-Log 2. S-Log 2 is like what I usually do. So I'll just check the log profile. Alright, so I've switched the view to S-Log 2 and I like the view already. I don't know what I was doing with ITU 9709. Like this is so much better. Like I'm snapping everybody. So I'm going to take a video. So and so we've had hell of a day. I'm very exhausted. Ezekiel is exhausted. Victor too is exhausted. In fact, when you see the video, you see their ugly faces. So we're done today, and I'm still going to do a review. I'm still going to do a summary of everything that I've done today, recommending the camera and all of that. But then I'll be doing that after we leave Peninsula Hotel. Before I said Pennsylvania, but then work is complete. The next thing is post-production. So let's see what we can do with Sony A6400. And I also wanted to mention, if you look at the pictures I'm showing you on your screen presently now, look at the pictures. Just take a look at the pictures for yourself. You can actually tell that, okay, these are actually great pictures. And the thing that actually make a good video and a good picture is not necessarily the kind of gear you're using, but then how good your post-production is as the filmmaker or as the videographer. So if your post-production is very good, even if you use a very weak gear, you can actually bring out the most from whatever it is that you are using. So everything is dependent on your skills. So in as much as you are spending a lot of money buying gears, buying lenses, you also should spend a lot of time honing and sharpening your skills, because these are the things that are actually going to make you a very good filmmaker. Alright, so the Sony Alpha A6400 is not a full frame camera, and it also, the release date is February 8, 2019. So if you're considering the kind of camera to buy heading into 2024 or for 2024, for those of you that want to be a content creator, you want to start, actually getting a UK use of this could be equivalent to getting a more recent camera like this Sony ZV-E10. Okay, I think in Naira, I got that camera yesterday for around 800k. Yeah, for 800k, actually precisely 800k, and this is actually more expensive to get a new one. So if you get the UK use of this, it will still be almost the same price. But then, you know, the thing with getting sort of like high-end phones of older generations and mid-range phones of newer generation, you have to also consider the chip and all of those stuff. But for me personally, I prefer using a more recent camera than using an older camera that can actually do the same thing. So you may want to consider that. However, this is a great buy if you are considering filmmaking. I also prefer this for videos and pictures compared to the Canon 5D that I used a couple of days ago, or when I used the Canon 5D, I think that was last month. That was for the gig I got last month. Okay, so that's just the thing. It just depends on your preference, but everything is all good. All right, so I've seen a lot of YouTube channels or channels like Mr. Oz the Boss and Zone of Tech. You'd always see that they usually have a very wide range of view in their studio, but then some things are blurred while the main subject is in focus. That's because they use a wide lens with a very low aperture, with a very low f-stop. So for this particular lens that I have here now, this is a wide lens, this is a 20mm lens, but then the lowest aperture here is 1.4. So you can actually, it's a manual lens, so like I said earlier, you'd have to, you know, control your subject by yourself to ensure that it is in focus. So with this kind of lens, you can actually achieve, even if you get lower millimeter lens like 16, like 13, that means that the field of view is going to be more. Then you also have to check for the aperture. But then depending on what you want to do, just understand the various lenses that are existing or that are available for the kind of camera you use and find the one that suits you. Okay,